So today I'm going to introduce the topic finite automata, just introduction. So basically finite automata is a mathematical machine, okay, and it consists of finite number of states. Even the word itself says that it consists of finite number of states. So it is going to read an input string. How does it read an input string? It reads the input string symbol by symbol and decides whether to accept or reject that string, okay. So now our finite automata is denoted by capital M. It also consists of 5 tuples, namely Q, summation, do, Q naught and F. Q is nothing but set of states. They can be capital Q naught, Q1, Q2 and so on. Either they can be small Q naught, Q1, Q2 and so on. Okay. Next one is summation. Summation is nothing but input alphabet. It can be numbers or alphabets, only small alphabets, 0 to infinity, and ABCD, they are 26. And the next one, actually this is infinite, okay, we don't consider this as finite, so we use 0, 1 as binary alphabets. Next is do, which is transition function. In this transition function, let us take a transition diagram as example. Suppose if you see this Q0, Q1 and Q2. These three are states. Okay, these three are set of states. Now we have 0, 1, 0 and 1. As I have told you, they are binary alphabets, 0 and 1. So they come under summation. Now what is do? Do is nothing but see. Here we are going to Q0 on input alphabet 0 is going to Q0. Q0 on 1 is going to Q1. Q1 on 0 is going to Q2. And Q2 on 0, 1 it is going to Q2, right? So here we always represent the initial state using an arrow, and we always represent the final state using a double circle. Double circle. So this is the transition function. Do of Q0, 0 is Q0. This is nothing but self state, because Q0 on any input alphabet, if it goes to the same state, then we call it as self state. Okay. Next on Q1, 1 is going to Q1. Q1 on 0 is going to Q2. Next, Q2 on 0 and Q2 on 1 are going to Q2. They are self states. We can't write do of Q2, 0, 1. We have to write it individually only. Okay. So, and one more thing, here Q0 is initial state, Q2 is final state. Here Q0 means initial state and F means final state. Also, any states in between Q0 and Q2, I mean initial state and final state, all the states in between initial state and final state are known as here intermediate state. Now let us talk about transition table. So coming to this transition table, let us see Q0. So Q0 on 0 it is going to Q0, Q0 on 1 it is going to Q1. That is what we are going to write. Q0 on 0 it is going to Q0, Q0 on 1 it is going to Q1. Next comes the Q1. Q1 on 0 is going to Q2, and there is no transition for 1 as input alphabet. So Q1 on 0 goes to Q2. As there is no transition with Q1, 1, we are going to represent it with either hyphen or null. Sorry, 5. Next, Q2. Q2 on 0 and 1 is going to Q2 only. So Q2 on 0 is Q2, Q2 on 1 is Q2. Here we should always represent the initial state using the arrow and final state using a circle. Intermediate states can be written normally only. Also, it can either be represented using circle or as Q2 star. Okay. So this is about finite automata introduction.